Hi guys, it's Little Kansas Kitty and I welcome you back to my journey. I hope you all had a very magical Christmas holiday. I know we sure did. So this is my 27-week post-op update. I had RNY gastric bypass surgery on June 25th, 2018, and my high weight was 238 pounds. I'm 5'6", I'm 38 years old, and last week I came to you and I weighed 153. This week I come to you and I weigh 149. That's 4 pounds. What? What? It's Christmas. It's the holidays. I have indulged this week. I had treats. I allowed myself to. And I lost 4 pounds? This is nuts. So I think it's basically I shocked my system. And there is some definitely raw data to support that shocking your system after routine can help with weight loss. So while you can't completely control your metabolism, you can take some steps to keep it revving. Shocking your metabolism as you diet to keep the fires burning hot can help you lose faster and maintain your weight loss. Often, shocking your system would be decreasing your calories, increasing your exercise and doing some high intensity exercise, thus a calorie deficit, which will shock your system and make you lose weight. But if you're someone like me that is exercising a lot, I'm running, an average of 50 some miles per week, and I'm eating pretty much the same things, pretty much the same amount of calories per day, my 6 little meals that I have per day. And my body has kind of, just slowly decreased. I've never had a week where I have not lost weight, which I am very blessed and fortunate for that. But they were slower losses this month. I had a 1 pound loss every single week. And last weekend, I experienced another running injury. I know these are becoming more and more common for me, but it's just inevitable. It's going to happen when you're doing long distance running. I did a 15 miler a week ago last Saturday. I was really tired when I got back, and I noticed that my quad on my left leg was super tight. And so the muscle particular is the vastus medialis, and it runs from the inner thigh all the way to the knee. And it was to the point where I was icing it. I was stubborn and I went running on a Sunday, which is usually my day off, and about 6.5 miles in. And the only reason I ran on my day off is because I was going to take Christmas Day off. So I was going to do some adjusting, and about 6.5 miles in, I had to stop and walk the rest of the way home because my leg was hurting so bad. It was in so much pain. It was cold out too. It was miserable. I got home, I began to ice it. It probably took me 4 hours just to get my body temperature regulated because I was walking and I was sweaty and it was cold out. Anyway, I had to listen to my body and say, girl, you need to take a break and you need to rest. And so I took Monday off, I took Tuesday off, I took Wednesday off. That's 3 days. That's a lot of time. Started feeling better by the end of Wednesday, and I decided to go ahead and run on Thursday. I did an 8 miler with some friends. It went pretty good. Still had some tightness afterwards. And then I took my usual Friday off, and then today today's run was the important run. Your long run is the most important run of training. And with me having a marathon coming up in 6 weeks, I wanted to make sure that I could do my long run today. And I did. I did my 20 miles today, and I was really proud. It's, another training run, and I checked that box. So, no pain I'm feeling now, but I think I shocked my system by resting all week and by having indulgences. I had eggnog for Christmas. I had cocktails with my sisters, some holiday cocktails. I had some treats here and there, and they were planned. I am ready to kind of get rid of all of the holiday indulgence. But I lost 4 pounds, and so I think it definitely shocked my system, thus the metabolism shock and loss. I had an NSV today. I was running my daughter over to her friend's house, and it is really cold out today. I'm telling you, my run this morning was freezing. My 20 miles was in 6-degree temperature. 6 degrees. And anyway, I grabbed a coat as I was running her to her friend's house. Not running, drove her. And I grabbed a coat, and it was a coat that I tried on 2 weeks ago. It's a down sweater, North Face, really pillowy, fluffy coat with a cinched waist and belt. Tried it on 2 weeks ago. My mom happened to be there, and she was like, it's a little too tight on you. And so I was like, okay, maybe later. And so I tried it on today, and it fit. It fit like a glove. I mean, not like a glove, it fit and had room in it. So I was really excited because now I can wear this the rest of the winter season. I want to talk a little bit about complications. So there are folks that will have complications after weight loss surgery. And for myself, my first complication that I experienced was a kidney stone. I'm susceptible to kidney stones. I've had kidney stones, and immediately after surgery, I was very dehydrated probably, and not getting enough fluids in, and I formed a kidney stone, and it was very, very painful to pass. And so there can be complications with weight loss surgery. However, they are far and few. And for those of you that are considering weight loss surgery, do your research. You're going to find that the statistics are pretty low. However, with that said, last weekend I did experience an attack, and I experienced what I believed was possibly a gallbladder attack. I was sitting with my son, and I had a handful of nuts and raisins, and about 30 minutes later, I started to feel some pressure and pain in my abdomen. And not necessarily where my ab muscles are, but up high, right where I believe my pouch is, in the center, high, and it was an extreme discomfort came over. Then I started to feel like I had 100 knives stabbing through my pouch. The pain was really, really intense. I went upstairs to go lay down, and I felt some discomfort in my back. I know that they say with gallbladder attacks, you can feel them in your right shoulder. I felt my discomfort in my upper middle back, and that could be because I was, kind of doubled over in pain. I felt flushed. I felt hot. I felt immediately no hunger, very fullness feeling, and it lasted for about 20 minutes. It knocked me off my feet for the rest of the day. So for the next few hours, I just wanted to lay in bed or lay around on the couch. I was just done. It just really drained the energy out of me. With the holiday, it was hard for me to get in touch with my surgeon, and I knew it wasn't an emergency because the feeling had gone away. And so I did get in touch with my surgeon's office after the holiday, and I had my 6-month follow-up appointment this week, so I thought, let me just kind of discuss it in person at my appointment. I did discuss it at my follow-up appointment with my surgeon's office, and they thought that it could possibly have been a gallbladder attack. They said that I am probably, because I am a stone, I'm more susceptible to stones, whether it's kidney stones or gallstones, although I've never had any issues with gallstones before, but I could be just a person that develops them easily. And so they said that sometimes gallstones, they will come and go, and some of them will pass. And my hope is that I had a gallstone and it passed. Gallstones definitely occur with rapid weight loss, and here I am at 89 pounds down in 6 months. So I've certainly had rapid weight loss, and that may be a reason why I could have possibly formed a gallstone. The next step is to go ahead and get an ultrasound done, and there was no urgency for it, so I am going to wait until the new year because my insurance is kind of changing up a little bit next year, and so I will go ahead and take that preventive measure and get in and get an ultrasound taken, and then they can see if there are some gallstones or even just one big one that could be problematic. And if I have to take out my gallbladder, I have to do it. My sisters had to take hers out. If I need to do it, they will go into the existing incisions that I had for my RNY gastric bypass. They will also go through the belly button. Another thing that I've not discussed yet with you all is a couple months I experienced a little bit of hardness around my navel area, around my belly button. And I kind of wanted to just believe that it was nothing, because I wanted to believe that complications was not something I was going to experience with the surgery, because I elected to have the surgery. I decided to have the surgery, and to have a complication, it's like you did this to yourself, you know? And so I felt a little hardness, no discomfort with it. Immediately I thought it could be a hernia. And I've never had a hernia before, and so I don't really understand everything about it. From what I understand, it's some like fatty tissue. And so I did see my women's doctor a few weeks ago, and I asked her about it, and she felt it, and she said, I think that could be scar tissue from the tummy tuck that I had almost 7 years ago. So I was like, okay, good, I'm good with that. You know, that's fine. If there's a little scar tissue, some hardness under there, that's fine. And so I did inquire with my surgeon's office because I had my 6-month follow-up, and laying down, you can't feel it. Standing up, you can feel a little bit of it. And they think it could be a hernia, but it's not bothering me. They also, at the time when they were examining me, they did push down on my gallbladder area, and I had no discomfort whatsoever. And also, I've not experienced any loose stools or diarrhea, which I guess is another sign of like a gallbladder failing or gallstones or whatever. So things checked out, you know, fine and good. And they said that if I do have to take the gallbladder out, they'll just go in and repair that hernia at the same time, or, you know, just check that out, and they can do that all at once. If I have to do it, not something I'm thrilled or excited about, but if I have to, I will. I'll do whatever I need to do. And it sounds like I can get back to running pretty quickly. They said you're in great shape and you should recover and bounce back super quick. It's, you know, it's a procedure where you go in and you go home the same day. And I would need to lay off from like lifting and weightlifting or whatever for several weeks, but running I should be able to jump right back into pretty quickly. So I will keep you posted on what I find out with all of this as I take the preventive measures early next year. They were very happy for me that I'm not a dumper. I told them I am not so happy that I wish I was a dumper. And also to note, they were super proud of me and my progress and as much weight that I have lost and how hard that I've worked. So it was definitely a feel good. My surgeon's office did tell me that typically at 6 months post-op is when bad habits can creep back up on you, which I can definitely attest to with some of the indulgences this month. And so they gave me a long list of reminders. I don't want to take too much time going through them, but I thought they were important for us to kind of discuss and hear, and great reminders. So number one, a bad habit that can creep back is eating too fast. You want to take at least 15 to 20 minutes to chew your food and finish your meal, because that's how long it takes for your brain to register that you've eaten enough. Grazing and snacking, number two. So when you're snacking on low value food items, it's an easy way to add extra calories and eat more than what you need. Avoid eating snacks that are prepackaged in boxes or bags because they are typically high calorie processed foods. Number 3, eating large portions. So many restaurants serve super large portions, and a great habit to kick and to start to do is to ask for the doggy bag. I went to lunch with my sisters and my dad yesterday, and immediately when the meal came out, I had some meatloaf and some broccoli, and I asked for the doggy bag immediately, and I portioned out what I believe to be about 4 ounces of food. Number 4, mindless eating. So we binge or we eat emotionally or socially or out of boredom. Just beware of your hunger cues. Sometimes when you feel the urge to eat, even though you're not hungry, try to take your mind off by staying busy with something else. And thirst can be mistaken for hunger, so get a drink of water. Number 5, last minute meal planning. Break this habit by planning what you'll eat and when. Not planning your meals makes you likely to grab something unhealthy. If you wait too long to eat, you'll be starving and you'll end up overeating. Never go grocery shopping when you're hungry. And at the grocery store, just try to shop on the outside aisles because that's where all the fresh food is located. Avoid putting unhealthy foods in your cart. If you have unhealthy food in the house, you're probably going to eat it. And the last bad habit to make sure that doesn't creep back up is stop drinking fluids with your meal. You want to wait at least 30 minutes before, 30 minutes during, and 30 minutes after to begin drinking fluids again. Any liquids with your meals are going to fill up your new pouch and stomach, so you will not be able to eat your solid food without feeling full. Drinking with your meals also flushes your meal through your system too quickly, which food moving through your system too fast does not give you the nutrients and time to absorb that your body needs. So great tips and reminders for all of us. As we get excited for the next 12 months, it's easy post eggnog to speed forward with gusto and cleanse yourself of all of the holiday indulgence. Be sure to take a moment and reflect back and honor the year. So celebrate your joys, mourn your losses, and shake your head at the wonder of it all. Isn't it amazing that another year has passed? And so the earth goes round and round, about to orbit once more. Wishing you and yours a very happy new year.